I'm in a group which tries to revive Turkish archery, Ottoman archery. So we try to know more about this because it was lost. And the more we researched, the more we discovered how good, how superior this style of archery was. We research a lot, practice a lot, and luckily we have a lot of books, historic texts, which describe in pretty detail the techniques, the equipment and everything.
As with anything, if you want to excel, then it has to be something that is at the core of your life. I think everyone has their own affinity with a particular sport, but the fact that it's so deeply rooted in Islamic tradition, many of our forefathers and the pious people who have come before us were great archers. We know them for many other things, but in their recreational time, which they did not have a lot of, they would practice archery.
Look at the target and a bit up. Draw from here and draw down. So it's easier. Then you have the correct technique easier. So my name is Gökmen Altinkulp. I'm Turkish, from Turkey. And luckily I moved from Turkey, from Istanbul to Dublin because I had a job opportunity there. So at the moment I live in Dublin, which is very good because from Dublin there's cheap flights and England is not very far. So Jehad asked me to come over and share some of the knowledge, which is not only mine but also the common knowledge of the Turkish group. So I'm happy to be here.
My name is Jehad Shamis and I'm a full-time archery instructor. Archery is a passion of mine, a deep passion. We've been working with this group for about a year now, and most of them have now moved from the finger technique over to the traditional thumb release, and that is what we're exploring today.
Between the two bones, the soft part, you put it just here, where your chin is, right? Just here. Archery, well, it's at the moment it's not even very popular in Turkey, but if you're interested a bit in history and a bit military history, you're gonna read a lot of historic accounts from Europeans who commented on the Turks and their archery skills, or let's say Muslims in general. So the Turks, the Ottomans, the Persians and the Mughals, also the Mamluks, they had excellent archery skills. So their equipment, their bows, arrows and their skills, how they shot, their technique was very unique. Again, if there's two opponents, what you would do on horseback is to put this on your shoulder. So you would shoot one person with the arrow and then would use the saber for the second person. So imagine this on a horse, right? You just shoot somebody, flip it over, and then you use the saber again to cut. A big distinction is that we use thumb rings, for example, the thumb release, which originates in Central Asia, and which is a bit different. It's more cleaner, and the arrow goes faster because of that. You remember the coin of a Selçuk Sultan on the horse? So usually they would grab some arrows, put them like this, and then knock the arrows. Especially if there is 2 or 3 opponents at the same place, you might not have time to, take the arrow from the Turkish, from the quiver. So this is quite fast, like this. Like this, you would hold them not hanging, but you would put a bit of pressure against it. And while drawing and releasing, it's important that the technique is clean, because otherwise it will just scratch you and hurt you. So you have to be careful that this doesn't hit your face. And then you easily go over, like, and then all the same as if I draw from here, but I have it already in my hand, so it's much quicker.
Archery has been used for mental health patients as a way of helping them to relax.
And even one advantage is if you have backache, if you do archery, most probably it will go away. So the sports aspect is the biggest thing. horse, what you usually do is galloping, and then be careful with the camera. You just do this, for example, like you would do.